And hello. Welcome to another live stream here on my page, Sports Bonanza John here on YouTube and Sport Guru John on Twitch. Getting set for Game 2 of the American League Division Series between the Tigers and the Mariners. We will preview that game shortly, but first of all, I do want to start off with a prayer. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day, and thank you for this time again. And please look over all these players and fans involved, Lord, and please keep everybody safe and look over all of us, Lord, as we need you right now. And we all need you, Lord. And please look over us and protect us and keep us all safe. In Jesus' name, amen. Game 2, Tigers and Mariners, American League Division Series. Tigers taking the opener in 11 innings last night, 3-2. 3-2. Zach McKinstry with the game-winning hit in the 11th inning for the Tigers to seal that game and a 1-0 series lead. They will go to their Cy Young Award winner, Tarik Skubal, in Game 2 tonight. The Mariners countering with Luis Castillo in Game 2. As the Mariners look to tie this series, they do not want to go to Detroit down 0-2, which is what will happen if they lose this game here tonight. Earlier, Game 2 of the American League Division Series between the Yankees and the Blue Jays, that was won by the Blue Jays 13-7. Blue Jays take a 2-0 lead over the Yankees heading back to the Bronx for game number 2. This game here, Tigers and Mariners. Of course, Tarik Skubal, last year's American League Cy Young Award winner. He got the start for the American League in the All-Star game this year. So it's going to be a tough task for this Mariners lineup to get something done against Tarik Skubal. As this is the lineup the Tigers are going to send out tonight in Game 2. Torres at second base will lead off. Carpenter in right field will bat second. Riley Green in left field bats third. Torkelson at first base is the cleanup hitter. Keith DHing tonight. He will bat fifth. Dingler, the catcher for the Tigers, will bat in the number 6 spot. McKinstry, who had the game-winning hit for the Tigers last night, he'll bat seventh and play third base. Baez at shortstop will bat 8th, and Meadows in center field bats 9th and rounds out the batting order for the Detroit Tigers on a 61-degree, still late afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Sunny skies. Roof is open at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. And to the mound for the Mariners will be Luis Castillo. Castillo's numbers in the regular season in 32 starts, 11-8 record, 3.54 ERA. Walked 46, struck out 162 in 180 and 2/3 innings. He is going to go and try and shut down this Tigers lineup as the Mariners hope to go to Detroit with the series tied 1 game apiece, with Game 3 coming up on Tuesday at Comerica Park in Detroit. This, of course, Game 2 of the day. National League Division Series Game 2, both will be played tomorrow. Dodgers and Phillies. Dodgers lead that series 1-0. And the Cubs and Brewers, series led by the Brewers 1-0. I will have the live stream of Game 2 of the Cubs Brewers on my YouTube and Twitch pages tomorrow night, as the Brewers look to go up 2-0 heading to Chicago, and the Phillies not wanting to go to LA in that series down 0-2, which is what will happen if they lose that game. Luis Castillo finishing his warm-up tosses, and we are just about set to go in Game 2 between the Tigers and the Mariners. Torres will be the leadoff hitter for the Tigers. Gleyber Torres in the regular season hit .256, 16 home runs, 74 runs batted in. The postseason hitting just 3 for 18. And the first pitch of Game 2 is inside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0 now the count. Home plate umpire tonight is Jeremy Rehak, first base at John Tupani. Chris Guccione over at second base, Alan Porter at third base, as there's a swing and a miss by Torres, 2-1 now. Down the left field line is Nate Tomlinson, and down the right field line is Alex Tossi, the umpiring crew tonight in this game 2. And here's the 1-2 pitch outside. That'll even the count 2-2. Tigers finished the season 87-75, knocked out the AL Central champion Cleveland in the wild card round in 3 games. 2-2 pitches foul back. Seattle finished 90-72, winners of the American League West. Finished as the number 2 seed in the American League, so they got the wild card round off. Castillo's 2-2 pitch to Torres, fouled again. Torres stays alive. Mariners won the regular season series between these two teams, 4-2. And another 2-2 is fouled off again by Gleyber Torres. So an 8-pitch at bat here to lead off the game. Two. Swing and a miss. Torres goes down on strikes. And that's how this game 2 begins, with a strikeout. And the batter will be Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter this season hit .252, 26 home runs, 62 runs batted in. Carpenter in the postseason hitting 5 for 15, taking outside for ball 1. Does have a home run. One-0 pitch. That's right down the middle for strike 1. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. One pitch is fouled back, and a ball and 2 strikes the count. Seeing a lot of fans in the stands with Seahawks uniforms coming over from the Seattle Seahawks game. Seahawks a tough luck loser today to the Buccaneers by a field goal. 1-2 pitch hit foul. Count stays 1-2. Castillo looking in on Carpenter and delivering the 1-2 pitch inside. That'll even the count 2-2. Beautiful sun-drenched late afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Don't get to see the sun up there very often. 2-2 pitch down low, and that'll fill the count 3-2. So the first 2 Tigers hitters making Castillo work. It was an 8-pitch at bat to the leadoff batter Torres before Castillo struck him out. And now the 7th pitch of this at bat, and that is ball 4. Kerry Carpenter draws a 1-out walk, and it will bring up Riley Green. This season, Riley Green hit .258, 36 home runs, 111 RBIs. He led the Tigers in home runs, RBIs, and hits this year. Hitting .375 in the postseason, 6 for 16. Takes that one inside for a ball. One-0 pitch from Castillo to Green. Upstairs, it's 2-0. Castillo looks in and delivers the 2-0 pitch to Riley Green. Green hits it well to right, but well foul, and it's 2-1. Comes the 2-1. Foul back, and that'll even the count 2-2. Castillo delivers the 2-2 pitch to Riley Green. In the air to left center field. That's playable. And out there in left field, the catch is made by Arozarena for out number 2. And it'll bring up the Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. 240 hitter in the regular season, 31 home runs, 78 runs batted in. Hasn't been super effective in the postseason so far, just 2 for 14. Has drove in a couple runs. Runner at first, 2 outs. Torkelson takes outside, ball 1. Castillo looks, and the 1-0 pitch to Torkelson is a strike at the knees. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One pitch on the way to Torkelson. Outside, 2-1. Castillo looks in on Torkelson and delivers the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll even the count, 2-2. This will be Castillo's 25th pitch of the first inning. Two on the way. Torkelson sends it in the air to left. Arozarena with room. Arozarena makes the catch to end the top of the first inning. 1 out walk, but the runner stranded. We head to the bottom of the first in Seattle. Tigers nothing. Mariners coming up for the first time in game 2. And again, earlier in the day, the Toronto Blue Jays took a 2-0 lead in their division series as they defeated the Yankees 13-7. So that series heads back to the Bronx with the Yankees facing elimination. That will be on Tuesday night, travel day tomorrow for both of these series. National League Game 2s are tomorrow. The Dodgers and Phillies and the Cubs and the Brewers. So here we are going to see Tarik Skubal taking the hill for the Tigers. Great numbers once again this year. 31 starts, 13-6 record, 2.21 ERA, 33 walks, 241 strikeouts in 195 and a third innings. He won the Cy Young Award in the American League a year ago. Could do it again. He started in game 1 in the division series against Cleveland and got the win in that game. Pitched 7 2/3 innings, allowed 1 run and 3 hits. Struck out 14 in that game. And here's the Mariners lineup he's going to be facing. Randy Arozarena in left field will lead off. Cal Raleigh, the catcher, will bat second. Rodriguez in center field bats third. Polanco playing second base as the cleanup hitter tonight for Seattle. Suarez at third base will bat fifth. Naylor at first base, he'll bat sixth. Garver DHing tonight, he'll bat seventh. Victor Robles in right field will bat eighth. And J.P. Crawford, The shortstop is batting ninth in the Mariners lineup tonight. And can they get it done against Tarik Skubal? As here we go in the bottom of the first, Randy Arozarena will lead it off. This season, a .238 hitter, 27 home runs, 76 runs batted in. Last night, Arozarena went 0 for 4 in Game 1. Opponents on the year against Tarik Skubal hit just 200. And he faces Arozarena to lead off the bottom of the first. And the first pitch from Skubal is outside for ball one. Excuse me. 1-0 pitch from Skubal to Arozarena. That's right there for strike one. That'll even the count of ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch. Bounced up the middle and through for a base hit. And Arozarena leadoff single here in the bottom of the first for the Mariners. And here comes Cal Raleigh. .247 hitter, hit 60 home runs. He drove in 125. It's going to be between him or Aaron Judge for the American League MVP. Raleigh went 3 for 5 last night in Game 1. Raleigh fouls this back for strike one. Arozarena is a threat to steal. He was the Mariners' stolen base leader in the regular season. He had 31 of them. Oh, 1 pitch. Raleigh takes down low. That'll even the count of ball and a strike. Skubal looks in and delivers the 1-1 pitch to Raleigh. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Raleigh was swinging for 2-0 right there. Fans want to see Raleigh send one out of here. Raleigh steps back in and awaits the 1-2 pitch from Skubal. Upstairs. Raleigh started to swing but held up. It's 2-2. Two-two pitch. Downstairs, and that'll fill the count, 3-2. Julio Rodriguez on deck. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck out Raleigh. 1 down in the inning. And now Rodriguez steps up. Rodriguez, a .267 hitter this year, 32 home runs. He drove in 95. He was the Mariners' leader in batting average and hits this year. Rodriguez 3 for 5 last night with a home run in Game 1. Pitch is a strike, 0-1. Strike one pitch to Rodriguez. Fouled back, and Rodriguez is in an 0-2 hole. 0-2 pitch to Julio Rodriguez. From Skubal, foul back, stays alive. Oh, 2 pitch. Bounced foul. Rodriguez staying alive. Rodriguez steps back in, and Skubal's 0-2 pitch. Low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, two. Fouled away again. Good battle here by Skubal and Rodriguez. Another 1-2 pitch. He got him. And the throw down to second. Arozarena safe. So Arozarena steals second. Julio Rodriguez is out on a strikeout. And it'll bring up Polanco with a runner at second and 2 outs. Polanco this year a .265 hitter, 26 home runs, 78 runs batted in. Polanco 0 for 4 last night in Game 1. So Arozarena gets himself into scoring position with 2 outs here in the first. And the pitch to Polanco is high in the air, third base. And the catch made by McKinstry to end the inning. Leadoff single by Arozarena, but he's stranded at second. We've played an inning in Seattle in Game 2. Tigers and Mariners, no score. Keep you updated on other action going on in the sports world tonight. Running down some of the NFL scores for you from today. Out in London, the Vikings beat the Browns 21-17. Baltimore Ravens, they fall to 1-4. They get pounded at home by the Texans today, 44-10. Saints get their first victory of the season. They defeat the Giants 26-14. Broncos come back in Philly and hand the Eagles their first loss, 21-17, the final there, leaving the Buffalo Bills now as the only undefeated team left in the NFL. Cowboys roll at the Jets, 37-22. The Colts destroy the Raiders today, 40-6. Raiders fall to 1-4. Colts are 4-1. Panthers, 27-24 win over the Dolphins. Buccaneers over the Seahawks, 38-35 on a late field goal. Tennessee wins their first. They come back and win in Arizona, 22-21. Washington wins over the Chargers, 27-10. And the Lions move to 4-1 as they defeat the Bengals 37-24. And just about to kick off in Orchard Park, the Patriots and the Bills. Chiefs and Jaguars play on the Monday night game tomorrow night. So that's break down the NFL scoreboard today. And here we head to the second inning. It's going to be Colt Keith leading off the second for the Tigers. .256 hitter on the regular season, 13 home runs, 45 runs batted in. As Keith will be the leadoff batter here in the second against Luis Castillo. First pitch, top of the second, upstairs, ball one. 1-0 pitch fouled away. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One. Swing and a miss. Keith down in the count, 1-2. Keith went 1 for 2 last night in game 1. And the 1-2 is downstairs, 2-2. Two pitch misses, and that'll fill the count, 3-2. Payoff pitch, ball 4. That's a leadoff walk here in the second inning to Colt Keith, and it will bring up the Tigers catcher, Dylan Dingler. Dingler this year was a .278 hitter, 13 home runs, 57 runs batted in. Just 1 for 14 so far in the postseason, but that one hit is a home run. And Dingler takes a strike right down the middle. Oh, 1. Dingler sends this one in the air. Shallow center field. The second baseman Polanco is there under it for the first out. And the batter will be Zach McKinstry, who had the game-winning hit in the 11th inning last night. Regular season, McKinstry was a .259 hitter, 12 home runs, 49 runs batted in. And McKinstry 1 for 13 in the postseason, but that one, as I mentioned, was the game-winning hit last night. Fouls the first pitch away for strike 1. And here's the 0-1 upstairs. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike on McKinstry. One misses outside, 2-1 now. Two-one pitch, hit foul. That evens the count, 2-2. Two misses inside. That'll fill the count, 3-2. There goes the runner on the 3-2, and it doesn't matter on the throwdown. It's ball 4. And there are 2 on with 1 out for the Tigers in the second. And the batter will be the Tigers shortstop, Javier Baez. Baez this season, a .257 hitter, 12 home runs, 57 runs batted in. Five for 16 in the postseason. 2 on with 1 out. Tigers look to score first in game 2. The pitch went after the bunt and missed it for strike 1. A.J. Hinch tonight, if you count regular season and postseason wins, is going for career win number 1,000 as a big league manager. 0-1 pitch doesn't bunt this time, or doesn't show bunt this time, and fouls it away. And Baez is in an 0-2 hole. Two walks in the inning. Keith is at second. McKinstry's at first. 0-2 pitch down low, 1-2. Number 9 hitter Parker Meadows is on deck. Baez awaits Castillo's 1-2 pitch. And here it is. Low and outside. That'll even the count 2-2. Two-two pitch. Bouncer. That's a fair ball fielded by Raleigh. He'll throw to first to get the out. 2 down, but it does advance the runners to second and third. That was just a little nubber in front of the plate. The batter will be Meadows with 2 out and 2 on in scoring position. Meadows this season was a .215 hitter. 4 home runs, 16 driven in. Hitting .250 in the postseason, 4 for 16. Scored 3 runs. Cal Raleigh going out to have a word with Castillo. As there are runners at second and third with 2 outs. Castillo is already at 44 pitches, and we're not even out of the second inning yet. The pitch to Parker Meadows. Fouled away, strike 1. Base hit to the outfield, probably scores 2 runs. Oh, 1 pitch. On the inside corner, 0-2. And now the crowd will rise at T-Mobile Park. Keith, the runner at third. McKinstry, the runner at second. 0-2 pitch upstairs, 1-2. I have to wonder how long Castillo will be for this game, already approaching 50 pitches and not out of the second inning yet. 1-2 pitch. Outside, check swing, no swing, according to the third base umpire. And the count is 2-2. Ooh, that was close on the replay. I think Castillo thought that Meadows went around. 2-2 pitch. Hit foul, and we'll do it again. Tigers haven't scored yet, but boy, they're making Castillo throw a lot of pitches, as this will be the 50th already. 2-2. Foul back. Meadows back in the box set, and Castillo delivers another 2-2 pitch. First time called. So here we go. Now we're set, and the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Castillo escapes the second and third jam in the second. We head to the bottom of the second in Seattle. Tigers, Mariners, no score. So despite throwing a lot of pitches the first 2 innings, Castillo hasn't allowed anybody to come across. And Eugenio Suarez, Naylor, and Garver will be the hitters due up for the Mariners here in the bottom of the second. Suarez will lead it off here, as this season Suarez split time with the Mariners. He came over from Arizona. Suarez went 0 for 4 last night with a couple strikeouts. He will lead it off here in the bottom of the second. Tigers finished this season 87-75. 1 game behind Cleveland in the American League Central, but they knocked out Cleveland in the wild card round. Mariners finished 90-72, won the AL West by 3 games over Houston. And this is the first time in 8 years that the Astros were not a postseason participant. Finished 87-75, but missed the playoffs. Tied the Tigers for that last wildcard spot, but with the Tigers season series win over the Astros, that's what gave the Tigers the nod over the Astros for that final wildcard spot. But it snaps a string of 8 consecutive postseason appearances for the Houston Astros. But back here in Seattle, no score. We head to the bottom of inning number 2. Suarez will lead it off against Tarik Skubal. First pitch, bottom 2 from Skubal, is fouled for strike 1. Suarez this year in his time between the Diamondbacks and Mariners hit .228. Had 49 home runs on the year. The 0-1 pitch is a little tight. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One in the air to center. Playable out there in center field, and the catch made by Parker Meadows for out number 1. And the batter will be Josh Naylor. Naylor, a .295 hitter this year, 20 homers, 92 RBIs. He also came over to the Mariners from Arizona. Went 0 for 4 in game 1 last night. And the pitch is on the ground to first to Torkelson, and he'll play it to the bag himself for out number 2. So 2 out, nobody on. And the batter's Mitch Garver. .209 hitter this year, 9 homers, 30 runs batted in. Did not play in game 1 last night. And takes a strike. DHing tonight for the Mariners in game 2. Strike 1 pitch. That hits the inside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 on Mitch Garver. .0-2 pitch. Foul back. Stays alive. 0-2. .0-2 again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Skubal blew that right by, and the Mariners retired in order very quickly in the second inning. On to the third we go. Game 2 in Seattle. Tigers and Mariners, no score. Top of the order will be due up for the Tigers in the third against Luis Castillo. So neither team's given up anything as far as run-wise through 2 innings, but the difference is the pitch count. Castillo's at 51 pitches through 2 innings. Tarik Skubal's only thrown 25. As these two teams combined to use 15 pitchers in game 1 last night. How many will go tonight? Gleyber Torres, the top of the order, will lead it off for the Tigers in the third inning. Take a minute to tell you my upcoming live stream schedule on my YouTube page here. And tomorrow night we'll be with you for game 2 of the National League Division Series between the Cubs and the Brewers. I will have that on both my YouTube and my Twitch streams tomorrow night. I believe that is a 9 o'clock Eastern time start on that one. 8 o'clock out there in Milwaukee. I will be on about 5 minutes prior for game 2 in that one, as the Brewers lead that series 1-0. Dodgers and Phillies, the first game tomorrow. Phillies looking to even that series up going back to LA. They do not want to go back to Dodger Stadium down 0-2. And then we'll also be back with you on the live stream on Tuesday night for game 3. The tentative plan is, anyway, to be back with you for the live stream in game 3 of the Blue Jays and the Yankees. Yankees going home in a must-win situation in game 3, or else their season will come to an end. Blue Jays won the first 2 of that series in Toronto, 10-1 and 13-7 today. So that's the upcoming live stream schedule on my page. And here we go to the third. Gleyber Torres, the top of the order for the Tigers, leads off. He was a strikeout victim his first time up, leading off the game. Leads it off in the Tigers' third inning in a scoreless game through 2. Here we go. First pitch, top of the third, is a strike at the knees. Strike 1 pitch. Fouled away. Torres quickly down on the count, 0-2. .0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Torres strikes out for the second time. And that's strikeout number 3 for Luis Castillo, and it will bring up Carpenter. Carpenter walked his first time up. And the pitch to Carpenter. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Castillo looks in on Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter steps back in the box. And the 0-1 is fouled away. Carpenter in an 0-2 hole. Oh, 2 pitch. Lined right to second. And the play made over to first base. 2 outs. That was a rocket there to Polanco at second base. But he fielded it and was able to get it over to Naylor for out number 2. Brings up Riley Green. Green 0 for 1, takes inside, ball 1. Green flew out back in the first inning. 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. Counts even 1-1. One popped up left center field. Rodriguez under it, and a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Luis Castillo in the third. Only a 9-pitch third inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Tigers, Mariners, no score. Be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Robles, Crawford, and Arozarena for the Mariners here in the bottom of the third in a scoreless game through 2.5. Other news from the sports world today, WNBA Finals Game 2, and the Aces defeat the Phoenix Mercury 91-78, so Las Vegas takes a 2-0 lead in the WNBA Finals, with the scene shifting now to Phoenix for Game 3. Mercury going back home, trying to avoid going down 0-3. But this one here, good pitchers duel through 2.5 so far. Tigers and Mariners, no score. And Victor Robles will lead it off here in the bottom of the third for the Mariners. Robles this year a .245 hitter. Just played in 32 games this year in the regular season. Went 0 for 2 in Game 1 last night. Be the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third for the Mariners. Against Tarik Skubal. So Tarik Skubal back to work here in the bottom of the third inning against Victor Robles. Fouled away, strike one. 0-1 pitch on the way from Skubal to Robles. Upstairs, that'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch downstairs, now 3-1. Three-one from Skubal. Fouled away. That'll fill the count. Three-two pitch. That is ball 4 off the plate and a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the third to Victor Robles. And here comes J.P. Crawford. Crawford this year hit .265, 12 home runs, 58 runs batted in. 0 for 4 in last night's game 1. And a strike right down the middle, 0-1. Oh-one pitch downstairs. Now we got something going on in the Tigers' dugout here. Not sure what's exactly going on in the dugout. I'm sure they're mentioning it on TV, but of course, for obvious reasons, while doing these streams, I have the sound down, so I don't know. 0-2 pitch is fouled off. Oh, that foul ball got a couple of the Tigers players in the Tigers dugout. That's what it was. Here's another foul ball. And see who exactly that was that looked like hit with the foul ball. Oh, 2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. J.P. Crawford strikes out for the first out in the bottom of the third. Fourth strikeout for Skubal, and we're back to the top of the order. Arozarena. Arozarena singled to lead off the bottom of the first. That's the only hit of the game so far. Skubal looks in and delivers to Arozarena, and that is a little inside for ball 1. Robles over at first. Medium-sized lead over there, and the 1-0 pitch from Skubal to Arozarena is outside. 2-0. Skubal gets set to deliver the 2-0 pitch. That misses low. It's 3-0. Correction, it was a check swing. They say Arozarena went around, so it's 2-1 instead. It would have been 3-0. 2-1 pitch, a throw over to first base. Chase Robles back. Skubal delivers the 2-1 pitch now to Arozarena. Strike 2 on the inside corner. Counts even 2-2. Robles at first, scoreless game, bottom of the third. Robles again the lead from first. Not a very big one. Arozarena fouls the 2-2 pitch back. Count will stand pat at 2-2. Skubal looks in once again and delivers another 2-2. Arozarena hits it foul. Good battle here between Skubal and Arozarena. Arozarena steps back in, and the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming on the 2-2. And another throw to first. So Skubal cannot throw to first again as he's thrown over there twice. Two-two pitch. Arozarena lifts it in the air to left. Playable for Riley Green, and he's got it for out number 2. And it will bring up Cal Raleigh with 2 outs and a runner at first. Raleigh struck out his first time up. Back in the first inning. The pitch to Raleigh is lined right to the shortstop. Baez with the catch, and that does it in the third. Mariners leave Robles stranded, rather. We go to the 4th. In Seattle, Tigers, Mariners, no score. Be the middle third of the Tigers order. Torkelson, Keith, and Dingler due up in the 4th inning in a scoreless game through 3. So on we go to inning number 4. Torkelson will lead off. He is 0 for 1.
Second, Springer at first, 1 out. Guerrero at the addition of 2-1 count. He's looking on load right here. 2-1. Pitch. He did. Deep drive left field. Grand slam.
Torkelson with his 0 for 1 now hitting just 2 for 15 in the postseason for a 133 average. He'll lead it off here in the fourth for the Tigers. Luis Castillo coming off a 9-pitch third inning. First pitch, top of the fourth, inside corner, strike one. Oh, 1 pitch inside. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One pitch, bounced foul. Count now 1-2 on Spencer Torkelson. One-two pitch from Castillo. That ball hit in the air to center field, playable for Rodriguez. He's under it, and he's got it for the first out. And it will bring up Colt Keith. Keith walked his first time. The pitch to him, first pitch swinging, that is hit foul. That will reach the seats for strike one. And looks like we got a little bit of repair on the home plate umpire's mask going on here. Strike one pitch to Keith. Outside, 1-1. One pitch. Keith sends this one in the air to right. Now going over towards right center field, Victor Robles for out number 2. 2 out, nobody on, brings up the Tiger catcher, Dylan Dingler. Dingler 0 for 1. He popped out back in the second inning. Comes up with the bases empty and 2 outs and strike one. A 1 pitch from Castillo to Dingler. To center. Rodriguez under it in another 1-2-3 inning for Castillo. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score. Tigers and Mariners in game 2. Mariners will have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. Rodriguez, Polanco, and Suarez. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning against Tarik Skubal. Castillo threw 51 pitches in the first 2 innings for the Mariners, but he's only thrown 18 total here in the last 2 innings. So on we go to the bottom of the fourth. Rodriguez leads off. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. As Tarik Skubal comes back out after throwing 44 pitches through the first 3 innings. On a beautiful early evening now in Seattle, Washington. 61 degrees at first pitch. First pitch, bottom 4 is a ball. One-zero pitch is hit foul. That'll even the count of ball and a strike on Rodriguez. One-one. Upstairs, that will move the count to 2-1 on Rodriguez. Comes the 2-1. Lifted in the air to right. That is going to hit foul and bounce into the stands. 2-2. A little bit of a homecoming for Tarik Skubal in this series as he attended college at the Seattle University. Skubal steps back into the mound, and the 2-2 pitch to Rodriguez inside. That will fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Time called as Rodriguez steps out of the box before this full count pitch. Back set to go, as is Skubal. The 3-2 payoff. Popped up on the infield. Who wants it? It'll be the first baseman, Torkelson, with the catch for out number 1. And it'll bring up Jorge Polanco. Polanco hitting 0 for 1. Pitch to him is outside, ball 1. One 0 pitch downstairs, and Polanco ahead of the count 2-0. 2-0. That's lined into left center field. Back it goes to the wall, and it's gone. Jorge Polanco sends it out to left center field, and the Mariners grab a 1-0 lead here in the fourth. .392 feet to the left center field bullpen. And Polanco gives the Mariners a fourth inning lead. Batter will be Eugenio Suarez, and he takes ball one. So the Mariners get on the board first in game two, 1-0. Skubal's 1-0 is on the outside corner, 1-1. One pitch outside. Count goes to 2-1. Suarez a fly out back in the second. Swing and a miss on the 2-1 pitch. Counts even now, 2-2. Two pitch. Called strike three on the outside corner. Suarez didn't like that call. 2 down. And here comes Naylor. Naylor 0 for 1 tonight. That bounces, ball one. One-oh pitch, swing and a miss. Counts even, a ball and a strike on Naylor. One pitch. Bounced foul. That'll move the count to 1-2. Skubal all of a sudden is at 61 pitches. He's thrown quite a few pitches these last 2 innings. And the 1-2 to Naylor. Got him. Skubal with a strikeout of Naylor. That ends the fourth, but the solo home run here in the fourth inning for Jorge Polanco has given the Mariners the lead as we go to the fifth. In game 2, Mariners 1, Tigers nothing. Be the bottom third of the Tigers order. McKinstry, Baez, and Meadows due up here in the fifth inning. As the Tigers will now come up to the plate trailing for the first time tonight, 1-0. This series shifts to Detroit for game 3 on Tuesday afternoon. Tomorrow we'll have the game 2s of the National League Series, Dodgers and Phillies, and the Cubs and the Brewers. And I will be on my page for the live stream of the Cubs-Brewers game tomorrow night. And then this series, game 3 on Tuesday, as is the Blue Jays-Yankees series, game 3 on Tuesday night. Yankees looking to avoid elimination in that game 3 as they get that back home at the Bronx, as they gave up 23 runs in the first 2 games of the series to the Toronto Blue Jays. But here into the fifth, Luis Castillo He's not allowed a hit through the first 4 innings. He has walked 3 Detroit batters. As it will be McKinstry leading it off in the 5th. McKinstry drew a walk his first time up back in the 2nd inning. Tigers looking for some offense here. So here we go as McKinstry steps in to lead off the 5th. And the first pitch from Castillo to McKinstry here in the top of the 5th inning. Is lined into left field, playable out there, barely having to move out there in left field is Arozarena. 1 pitch, 1 out in the Tigers' 5th. And here's Baez. Baez 0 for 1 in this game. Ground out back in the 2nd inning. Baez takes inside, ball 1. One-0 pitch to Baez. Swing and a miss. Counts even, 1-1. One. Swing and a miss. Baez down 1-2. Castillo looks in on Baez and gets set to deliver a 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two. Low and outside. That'll fill the count, 3-2. Comes the 3-2 payoff. Ball 4 just off the outside corner. And it's a 1-out walk to Baez. And Meadows will be the batter. Meadows a strikeout victim his first time up. Tying run at first is Baez with 1 out. Downstairs, ball 1. Baez the lead over at first, and the pitch misses down low. Castillo behind Meadows 2-0. Two-0 pitch at the knees for strike 1, 2-1. Mariners bullpen starting to loosen. The 2-1 pitch is on the ground to second. On to second, 1. On to first. That's too late. But a fielder's choice 4-6 to erase the lead runner, and there's 2 down in the inning. Gabe Spire is starting to loosen there in the Mariners bullpen. Back to the top of the order in Gleyber Torres. 0 for 2. He has struck out both previous at-bats. Swings and misses here, and it's 0-1. Strike one pitch. Outside. That'll even the count 1-1. Castillo looking in and steps off momentarily. There goes Meadows from first, and the pitch is fouled away. Meadows got a heck of a jump. He was going to have second base stolen easily. Meadows does not go this time, and another foul ball. Castillo looks Meadows back at first base. Meadows goes again, and the pitch is into right field for a base hit. Meadows rounding second, heading to third. First and third, 2 outs for the Tigers. First hit of the ball game. And looks like Dan Wilson's coming out to grab Castillo. Castillo's at 85 pitches. And Wilson's going to pull him. So Castillo done after 4 2/3 innings. Give up just the one hit just now. Did walk 4. And struck out 3. So Castillo will not be able to get the win in this one, should the Mariners win this game. Believe it's going to be Gabe Spire coming in to pitch. So the Tigers have runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the 5th. It is going to be Spire coming into the ball game. Spire coming on to try to get this third out and keep this a 1-0 Mariners lead. Spire on the year appeared in 76 games, 4-3. Record 2.61 ERA, 11 walks, 82 strikeouts in 62 innings. Spire came in last night, pitched an inning and a third, and struck out 2. Dan Wilson brings him on to try to get the third out here in the 5th. Kerry Carpenter will be the batter. 0 for 1 in the game. He has reached on a walk. The 2 runners on base are Castillo's responsibility. Carpenter rips one foul, strike 1. Tying run at third is Meadows. Go ahead run at first is Torres. 0-1 count on Kerry Carpenter. Pitch is at the knees, strike 2. And here comes the crowd at T-Mobile Park. Waving the teal towels, trying to urge this final out. 0-2 upstairs, 1-2. Spire looks in, time called by Carpenter. Riley Green is on deck. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Spire strikes out Carpenter to end the top of the 5th, rather. Tiger strand 2. We are halfway through it. Mariners still lead this game 1-0. Be the bottom third of the Mariners order. Garver, Robles, and Crawford in the bottom of the 5th. Interested in the Sunday night NFL score, 6:24 to go second quarter. Patriots and Bills are tied at 3. Bills, the lone remaining undefeated team in the NFL, with the Eagles going down today. And with the Saints and Titans wins today, that leaves the Jets as the only remaining winless team in the NFL. So we are set to go here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mitch Garver leads off. He struck out his first time up. And Skubal back to work on the mound. Excuse me. First pitch, bottom 5 to Mitch Garver, is in the air to center field. Coming on, sliding catch is made by Carpenter. My goodness. A great sliding catch by Carpenter for the first out. Fine play out there. Brings up Victor Robles. Robles walked his first time up. Strike one. 0-1 the count on Robles. Oh, 1 pitch is inside. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One pitch. Shattered bat, and the ball is into left center field, and a running catch out there from the center fielder, Meadows, for out number 2. And with 2 outs, nobody on, the batter's J.P. Crawford. Crawford struck out his first time up. Pitch is a strike to Crawford. 0-1. Strike 1 pitch. There's a bunt. And Crawford is going to beat it out. A great bunt by J.P. Crawford. And it's a bunt single with 2 outs. That'll bring us back to the top of the order in Arozarena. Pitch in there for strike 1 to Arozarena. It's 1 for 2. Singled back in the first and stole a base. Oh, 1 pitch misses a little inside. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. Runner at first, 2 outs on the bunt single for J.P. Crawford. The 1-1. Ripped foul. 1-2. Already had a foul ball go flying into the Tigers' dugout. That one almost got the camera guys in the camera well. One-two pitch. Outside, that'll even the count, 2-2. For the Tigers in the 6th, it'll be Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, and Colt Keith. 2-2 pitch to Arozarena. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Skubal strikes out Arozarena. That does it for the Mariners in the 5th. 2-out bunt single, but nothing further. We head to the 6th. In Seattle in Game 2, Mariners 1, Tigers nothing. So again, it will be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Tigers. Green, Torkelson, and Keith due up here in the 6th inning, trailing by a run, 1-0. Great pitchers duel so far. 1 run, 3 hits for the Mariners. They've left 3 runners on base. No runs, just 1 hit for the Tigers. They've left 5 on base. So the Tigers have had chances but haven't been able to capitalize, leaving those runners on base. Right now, the pitchers of record on the winning side, it's Spire for the Mariners. On the Tiger side, it's Skubal. Or on the losing side, it's Skubal for the Tigers right now, but it's only a one-run game. Tigers with 12 outs left in this one. Try and find some offense. Riley Green will lead it off in the 6th. So for 2 so far tonight in this one. Sunday night NFL game at the 2-minute warning in Buffalo. Patriots and Bills tied 3-3. So quite a defensive struggle going on in the first half there at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo. Final year of that particular Highmark Stadium up there in Orchard Park, New York. They move across the street to the new Highmark Stadium next year. A little bit of NFL news there. But here in the top of the 6th, Tigers will lead it off with Riley Green. Spire back out there. He only threw 4 pitches to get out of the top of the 5th. Has sunset in Seattle, Washington. First pitch, top of the 6th, is a strike to Riley Green, 0-1. Strike 1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Green quickly down in the count, 0-2. Oh, 2 on the way. Downstairs, a ball and 2 strikes. Cleanup hitter Torkelson is on deck. And here's the 1-2. Fouled away. Green stays alive, 1-2. Bullpen loosening again for the Mariners. Tell you who that is after this 1-2 pitch to Green. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Green strikes out for the first out of the 6th. Edward Bazardo is the Mariner warming up in the bullpen. Batter here, Spencer Torkelson. 0 for 2 tonight. Ball 1. Torkelson has flown out twice. That pitch foul. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. On Torkelson. A.J. Hinch, again, looking for managerial win number 1,000. It'll come in his next win. 1-1 pitch is fouled off. 1-2 now the count. One-two pitch, fouled away. Torkelson stays alive. Spire looks on and the 1-2 to Torkelson. Bounce to short on the ground. Easy play. Throw to first in time. 2 outs. 2 down here in the Tigers' 6th. Have a pinch hitter here for Colt Keith. Winsell Perez will be the pinch hitter. This season he hit .244, 13 home runs, 43 runs batted in. 1 for 15 in the postseason. Bizardo looks like he's about ready in the Mariners bullpen. Pitch to Perez right down the middle, strike 1. Oh for 2 was Perez in last night's game. 0-1 misses outside, a ball and a strike. One. Popped up. Just on the outfield grass. The second baseman right there, Polanco. And the Tigers retired in the 6th. On we go to the bottom of the 6th in Seattle. Still the Mariners 1 and the Tigers nothing. Be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Mariners, Raleigh, Rodriguez, and Polanco. Here in the bottom half of inning number 6. Tarek Skubal at 73 pitches through 5 innings. That was probably Spire's last batter. I'm sure we'll see a new Seattle pitcher in the top of the 7th. So if it is, Spire goes an inning and a third, strikes out 2. He stands to win this game. He's the pitcher of record right now on the winning side. Mariners could use some insurance here, only leading by the thinnest of margins, 1 run. And you're going to have Raleigh leading off. You know the fans would love to see him take one out of the park. It's 0 for 2 in the game so far tonight. As Tarek Skubal back out to the mound here for the bottom of the 6th for the Tigers. So what a matchup here, Skubal and Cal Raleigh. Skubal's got the upper hand the first 2 at-bats. Skubal finishing up his warm-up tosses here before we get underway in the bottom of the 6th. Just 4 combined hits between the 2 teams. It's been a great pitcher's duel tonight in this game, too. A game the Mariners really need to have if they don't want to go back to Detroit down 0-2. The Mariners are 9 outs away from evening this series at a game apiece. So here we go. Raleigh steps up against Skubal. First pitch, bottom 6. Swing and a miss. Raleigh was swinging for the fence right there. 0-1. Struck out and lined out in his 2 prior at-bats tonight. 0-1. Check swing. No swing. Almost went after the high one there, but it's 1-1. Skubal looks in on Raleigh and time called. Raleigh steps out for a moment. Hand set back to go into the box, and Skubal ready. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Got him. Blew that one by Raleigh, and he strikes out for the second time tonight. And the batter will be Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 2. Lines this one right to the first baseman, Torkelson, for out number 2. But that was hit right on the dot, but right at Torkelson. Two down, and it brings up Polanco. Polanco hit the home run back in the 4th that has given us our only run of the game to this point. Skubal's pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. One-zero pitch to Polanco, I should say, is fouled back. Counts even a ball and a strike. One is at the knees for strike 2. 1-2 the count on Polanco. Quickly steps in and is ready, as is Skubal. 1-2 pitch. Downstairs. That'll even the count 2-2. Two. Downstairs. That will fill the count 3-2 on Polanco. Skubal is at 83 pitches. Full count pitch. Polanco sends another one. Deep left field. It goes and gone. Polanco's second home run of the night gives the Mariners a big insurance run. It's 2-0. Skubal left that one over way too much of the plate. And Polanco unloaded on it. 369 feet to left field. Eugenio Suarez swings and misses for strike 1. Oh, 1 is fouled back. Quickly 0-2. Oh, 2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll do it. The bottom of the 6th, but another home run for Polanco gives a big insurance run to the Mariners. We head to the 7th in game 2. Now the Mariners 2 and the Tigers nothing. Be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Tigers. Dingler, McKinstry, and Baez due up in the 7th, now in a 2-run hole. 2-0. Again, I mentioned earlier, but if you were not with me and you were interested in the upcoming live stream schedule for me, I will be back with you on my YouTube and Twitch streams tomorrow night for Game 2 of the National League Division Series Cubs and Brewers. I'll be on with that one. That first pitch is slated for just after 9 o'clock Eastern Time, so I'll be on about 5 minutes prior for that Game 2 of the Cubs-Brewers series. So play it by ear. I hope to be on Tuesday night for Game 3 of the Blue Jays-Yankees series. Could be a closeout game for the Toronto Blue Jays. But I have to see how my work schedule goes with that. That's pending at the moment. But for sure, we'll be with you tomorrow night on the live stream for Game 2 of the Cubs and the Brewers. Third pitcher of the game for the Mariners coming in, and it is going to be Bizardo, Edward Bizardo. 73 games this year. Bizardo, a 5-0 record, 2.52 ERA, 27 walks, 82 strikeouts in 78 2/3 innings. He comes on with a 2-run lead here in the top of the 7th inning. And Dylan Dingler will be the leadoff hitter. Dingler 0 for 2 on the night. Hitting now just .063 in the postseason. Just 1 for 16 for Dingler. Here we go. First pitch, top of the 7th from Bizardo to Dingler. Inside corner, strike 1. So a 2-run home run night for Polanco for the Mariners. Dingler takes strike 2. He's quickly in an 0-2 hole. .0-2 from Bizardo is on the ground to first. Underhand throw to Bizardo, fielding at first base for the first out here in the top of the 7th. And the batter will be McKinstry. Last night's hero for the Tigers, 0 for 1 tonight. He has reached on a walk. Pitch to McKinstry. Strike 1. Strike 1 pitch on the way. If that's down low, that'll even the count a ball and a strike. Derek Skubal hasn't been bad at all tonight for the Tigers, but he's thrown 2 bad pitches to Polanco. that Polanco's taken over the fence. Swing and a miss here by McKinstry. It's now 1-2. One, two is low. That'll even the count 2-2. So Skubal's got his jacket on, so wonder if he has hit the end of his night. Two-two pitch to McKinstry is hit foul. And we'll do another 2-2 pitch. Two-two. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout. 2 down in the inning. And here's Baez. Baez 0 for 1. He has reached on a walk. Luzardo's pitch to Baez. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Luzardo ready, and the 0-1 pitch to Baez. Outside, 1-1 now. One. Outside, 2-1 now on Baez. Meadows is on deck. Two-one pitch in the air to center. That's going to fall on a hop for a base hit. Rodriguez was making an effort for it in center field. And Baez has a hit, just the second hit of the night for the Tigers. And here comes Meadows. Meadows 0 for 2 tonight. He comes up as the tying run here in the 7th inning. First pitch downstairs for ball 1. One 0 pitch at the knees for strike 1. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One. Right there at the knees again, 1-2. And the crowd will rise once again. Trying to urge on the final out here in the 7th. 1-2 by Luzardo. Bounce foul. Meadows stays alive. One, two, just missed the inside corner. 2-2. Wow, that was close. Another 2-2 pitch from Luzardo to Meadows. Popped up on the infield. Should end the inning. And it will, as the shortstop, J.P. Crawford with the grab. That does it for the Tigers in the 7th. Stretch time in Seattle. Mariners 2, Tigers nothing in Game 2. 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Seattle: Naylor, Garver, and Robles. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Mariners 6 outs away from tying this series up in a game apiece, heading to Detroit on Tuesday. So with Naylor leading off here in the bottom of the 7th, he is 0 for 2 today. And let's see if Skubal comes back out for the 7th. He had his jacket on in the dugout, so I'm wondering if that means his night has come to a close, but we will see. Thrown 87 pitches through 6 innings. Hasn't pitched that badly, except gave up those 2 bad balls that had too much of the plate to Polanco, and Polanco sent him out of the park. Still waiting to see who takes the mound for the Tigers in the bottom of the 7th. Anyway, this series will shift to Detroit for Game 3. That will be on Tuesday afternoon at Comerica Park. Question is, will it be 1-1 and become a best-of-3 series, or will the Tigers rally here and take a 2-0 lead going home to Detroit? We do know the Yankees will be in a must-win Game 3 or their season will come to an end. They lost the first 2 in Toronto. Gave up 23 runs in the 2 games in the process. So on we go here to the bottom of the 7th. Still trying to see who's pitching here for the Tigers. Well, we'll find out here in a minute. But anyway. So here is Naylor here in the bottom of the 7th. Skubal is back out there. So Skubal into his 7th inning here. Skubal finishes his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to go. First pitch, bottom 7 to Naylor, is a bouncer to first. Torkelson underhand throw to Skubal. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And the batter's Mitch Garver. Garver 0 for 2. Pitch down low, ball one. Be the top of the order for the Tigers in the top of the 8th inning. Torres, Carpenter, and Green. Still hoping to only be down 2 runs. There's a strike to Garver. That'll even the count 1-1. One on the ground, up the middle and through. Base hit for Mitch Garver, his first hit of the night. Hit number 5 for the Mariners. And the batter will be Victor Robles. 0 for 1 is Robles. He has reached on a walk. Tigers' bullpen is loosening. Tommy Conley is warming up in the Tiger pen. Got a pinch runner for Garver at first base. Tell you who that is momentarily. There's a bunt, and it's going to go foul for strike 1. Luke Raley is the pinch hitter, or the pinch runner at first base for Mitch Garver. For speed purposes there. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Inside. Robles had to dance out of the way of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one, and here's the pitch to Robles. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Skubal looks in on Robles. And the 1-2 pitch. And a little popper to first base, fielded and caught by Torkelson for out number 2. And the batter will be J.P. Crawford with a runner on and 2 outs. Crawford 1 for 2 with a single back in the 5th inning. Pitch to Crawford is a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch to Crawford. Up the middle. Nice diving play by the shortstop and the throw to retire Crawford at first base and end the Mariners' bottom of the 7th. 1 left for the Mariners. We head to the 8th. Top of the order due up for the Tigers. 2-0 Seattle. It's going to be Torres, Carpenter, and Green here in the 8th inning. Sorry, they were just running one of my favorite Liberty Mutual commercials. So that's why I had to giggle there. So Torres will lead off. He is 1 for 3 in the game, and he struck out his other 2 plate appearances. Tigers being shut out on 2 hits through 7 innings. Mariners have used 3 pitchers in this game so far. For the Tigers, the starter Skubal's gone 7. But he stands to get the loss if the Tigers do not come back. Another reminder, the American League Division Series take a day off tomorrow for the travel day for all 4 teams, and the ALDSs will resume on Tuesday. Game 2s of the National League Division Series are tomorrow, Dodgers, Phillies, and Cubs, Brewers. And again, I will be on the live stream for the Cubs, Brewers game tomorrow night on my YouTube and Twitch pages. Fourth pitcher of the game for the Mariners coming in here in the 8th inning. And the new Mariners pitcher is Matt Brash. 53 appearances this year, 1-3 record. 2.47 ERA, 18 walks, 58 strikeouts, 47 1/3 innings. Mainly used in the setup role this year. And he'll face the top of the Detroit order, Gleyber Torres, to lead off the top of the 8th. First pitch, top 8, outside, ball 1. Torres will be followed by Carpenter and Green here in the 8th. The Tigers trailing by 2. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. One is foul. And Brash ahead of the count 1-2. Brash pitched 2/3 of an inning last night, walked 1 and struck out 2. Both his outs he recorded were via the strikeout. 1-2 pitch misses outside here, 2-2. Two-two pitch fouled away, and we'll do it again. And time called before this 2-2 pitch. Two-two. Just missed the outside corner. And the count is full. That's about the same place that 2 other pitches missed, so that's been a consistent call from the home plate umpire tonight. 3-2, in the air to right, curving in foul territory, no play. I think Robles thought he may have had a play on it, but the ball kept drifting and eventually went into the stands. Three-two pitch. That's inside, ball 4. And Torres draws a leadoff walk here in the 8th. That will bring the tying run to the plate in Carpenter. Carpenter's 0 for 2. He has reached on a walk. Pitch to Carpenter on the outside corner, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch downstairs. Nice stop back there by Raleigh. It's a ball and a strike. One pitch. Swing and a miss by Carpenter. 1-2. One-two pitch on the way to Carpenter from Brash. Here it comes. Outside, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Hit foul. Stays alive. 2-2. Another 2-2. Carpenter fouls it off again. Good battle here between Carpenter and Brash. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming up. And it's outside, and that'll fill the count. Torres, the runner at first. Now the full count payoff pitch to Carpenter. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 down in the inning. And the batter is Riley Greene. Greene hitless in 3 attempts tonight. Greene hits it foul, strike 1. Greene has struck out and flown out twice. Outside corner, 0-2. Tigers have managed just 2 hits tonight against the Mariners pitching staff. 0-2, bounced foul. Another 0-2 pitch coming. Off the first baseman, and everybody's going to be safe. It's first and second for the Tigers. Now the tying run is on. That was a rocket to Naylor. He couldn't quite handle it. That should be scored a base hit because that was a rocket on 2 hops. They're probably going to score it an error, but that was not an easy play. Ball took an odd hop, too. They do give Naylor an error on that. So now the tying run is on at first, and the go-ahead run at the plate is Spencer Torkelson. Torkelson 0 for 3 tonight. He represents the go-ahead run here in the 8th. Torkelson swings and misses. Strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Torres is standing at second. His run doesn't really matter. Green at first does. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 from Torkelson now, or 1-1 to Torkelson, now 1-2. Crowd rises again. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two pitch. Torkelson down the right field line, fair. Torres will score, rounding third, and the Tigers tie it in the 8th on a 2-run double for Spencer Torkelson. 2-2. Torres and Green both score on the 2-run double. And Perez will now be the batter. Getting his second at bat of the game. He came on in Keith's spot and is now the DH. Swings and misses here, strike one. So now Torkelson at second represents the go-ahead run. Bounced foul, and Perez is in an 0-2 hole. Oh, 2 from Brash, right down the middle. Strike three. Perez looks at it. 2 outs. And the batter's Dingler. Now with the tying run at second and 2 outs. So that gets Tarek Skubal off the hook. He will get a no decision now. Strike one to Dingler. Dingler 0 for 3. He's popped out, flown out, and grounded out. 0-1 is foul. It's 0-2 on Dylan Dingler. Oh, 2 to Dingler. Check swing. And went around. And that'll do it for the Tigers in the 8th. But the Torkelson 2-run double ties this game. Brand new ball game in Seattle as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Now the Tigers and Mariners tied 2-2. It'll be the top of the Mariners order. Arozarena, Raleigh, and Rodriguez in the bottom of the 8th. Now in a tie game. Actually, I stand corrected. Skubal could, if he comes back out in the 8th inning, he could still get a loss if the Mariners score. So for now, he's off the hook for a loss. So on we go to the bottom of the 8th. Skubal is done for the night. And Kyle Finnegan coming in. Appearing for the 4th time in the postseason. He is 1-0. He's pitched 4 innings in the postseason. So Skubal's final numbers: 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. He threw 97 pitches. Now it's bullpen game the rest of the way. First pitch from Finnegan to Arozarena is a swing and a miss. Finnegan came over to Detroit mid-season from the Washington Nationals. Right before the trade deadline, I should say. 0-1 misses, counts now 1-1 on Arozarena. 1 for 3 on the night. He singled to lead off the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss again. It's 1-2 on Randy Arozarena. Cal Raleigh is on deck. Arozarena takes low on the 1-2 pitch, counts even, 2-2. Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Arozarena strikes out. 1 down in the 8th. And here comes Cal Raleigh. Raleigh struck out twice and lined out in his 3 at-bats tonight. Pitch to him from Finnegan. Line to right. That's a base hit. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Raleigh rounding first, trying for second, and he's in there with a 1-out double. And the go-ahead run is in scoring position for Seattle. And it will bring up Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 3 on the night. Raleigh in scoring position at second base. Represents the go-ahead run. Ball 1 high to Rodriguez. One-0 pitch. Line to left, fair! This is going to give the Mariners the lead back. Raleigh rounds third and scores back-to-back doubles. Mariners lead at 3-2 in the 8th. And up will come Polanco with his 2 home runs tonight. So a strikeout of Arozarena, but back-to-back doubles here in the 8th have given the Mariners the lead back. After the Tigers tied it in the top of the inning. Polanco takes inside, ball 1. One 0 pitch outside, 2-0. Crowd got very quiet when the Tigers tied it in the top of the 8th, but they're not quiet anymore. Everyone standing at T-Mobile Park. 2-0 pitch. Down low, but went around. Did Polanco. Says the third base umpire. It's 2-1. Two and one, the count on Polanco. And time called. If you're looking ahead now to the Tigers' 9th, it's going to be the bottom third of the order. McKinstry, Baez, and Meadows. They're going to be down at least one. It's the 2-1 pitch. That's a grounder to third. Tough play, no play. Everybody's safe. Runners at the corners. Polanco's third hit, and it brings up Eugenio Suarez. That was a busted bat. And it hit right there in no man's land between short and third base. The part of the bat that broke off went flying into the first base stands there. So with runners at the corners, Suarez steps up. Rodriguez, the runner at third. Polanco, the runner at first. Finnegan's pitch to Suarez. Outside, ball 1. Two strikeouts and a flyout for Suarez tonight. Finnegan's 1-0 pitch. Downstairs, it's 2-0. Here's the 2-0. It's 3-0 as that misses low. Finnegan looks a little rattled out there on the mound. .3-0 pitch to Suarez. A swing and away, and it's a swing and a miss. 3-1. Suarez had the green light on 3-0. Three and one now on Suarez. And the pitch. Suarez fouls it back, and that'll fill the count now, 3-2. Polanco was off on the 3-1 pitch, too. He's got to retreat back to first. So he was off on 3-1. Let's see if he takes off on 3-2. The pitch is hit to third. The throw coming home, and they're going to get the out there. Rodriguez was running on contact and was thrown out by a mile at the plate. So now it's first and second with 2 outs. And the batter will be Naylor, and A.J. Hinch coming out to make a change on the mound. So Finnegan exits after 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 hits and the go-ahead run here in the 8th inning. He is responsible for the 2 runners on base. Tigers needing just 1 out to get out of this, down just the 1 run. So it's first and second with 2 outs for the Mariners. New Tigers pitcher is going to be Brant Hurter. Brant Hurter, 43 appearances this year, made 4 starts. He had a 4-3 record. 2.43 ERA, walked 27, struck out 68 in 63 innings. It's his 3rd appearance in the postseason. He's pitched an inning and 2/3. He has given up 1 home run. So he comes in here with runners at first and second and 2 outs. And the Mariners leading 3-2. They've grabbed the lead on back-to-back doubles here in the 8th inning. So runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Naylor the batter. First pitch from Hurter. And a check swing and went around on the first swing, says the third base umpire. It's 0-1. Naylor tried to hold up on the swing but could not. 0-1 pitch. Popped foul, and Hurter is ahead of Naylor 0-2. And we also do have a pinch runner for Polanco. That's Leo Rivas, the pinch runner for Polanco. Hurter needing 1 more strike to get out of this with just the 1-run deficit. 0-2 pitch. Downstairs, 1-2. Again, for the Tigers in the 9th inning, it'll be 7, 8, and 9. McKinstry, Baez, and Meadows due up. 1-2 pitch is hit foul. Still 1-2. One-two pitch. Check swing popped up. And Torres at second base makes the catch. But the Mariners take the lead on back-to-back doubles by Raleigh and Rodriguez. We head to the ninth in Game 2. Mariners lead the Tigers 3-2. So it'll be McKinstry leading off. He is 0 for 2. He has reached on a walk. And Munoz coming on to try to save this one for the Mariners and send this series back to Detroit, tied at 1 game apiece. Munoz this year in 64 appearances, 3-3 record, 1.73 ERA, 28 walks, 83 strikeouts, 62 and a third innings, had 38 saves on the season. Pitched 2 innings last night with 2 strikeouts and is back out again, wanting to get the final 3 outs for the Mariners. So here we go. Munoz against McKinstry. McKinstry was the hero last night for the Tigers. Take strike 1 to lead off the ninth. Rivas, who pinch ran for Polanco in the bottom of the 8th, stays in Polanco's position at second base. Swing and a miss. McKinstry quickly down 0-2. Oh-2 pitch to McKinstry. Swing and a miss. 1 out in the ninth. Here's Baez. Baez 1 for 2 with a single, and he's also reached on a walk. As soon as this game ends, I'm going to sign off pretty quick. We'll run down a couple of the final stats, and I'm going to sign off pretty quickly just to Wanted to give you a heads up on that swing and a miss. Strike one. Popped up. Should be the second out. And it will be as Rivas makes the catch and the Mariners an out away from sending this series back to Detroit tied at 1 game apiece. And it's up to Meadows to keep it alive for the Tigers. Meadows hitless in 3 trips tonight. Pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. A strikeout, a pop out, and a hit to a fielder's choice for Meadows in his 3 at-bats. 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. Top of the order, Gleyber Torres on deck if Meadows can get on base. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Swing and a miss, and now the Tigers down to their final strike. Two from Munoz. Foul ball. Munoz will have to throw another one as Meadows stays alive. Here comes another 2-2. Another foul ball. Good battle here by Meadows to stay alive. Another 2-2. Foul ball. 3 straight foul balls by Meadows to stay alive. Another 2-2 pitch. Inside and low, and that'll fill the count, 3-2. 3-2 payoff. Bounce to first. Underhand throw to Munoz, and the Mariners have evened up this series at 1 game apiece. Back-to-back doubles by Raleigh and Rodriguez in the 8th. The Rodriguez RBI double, the winning hit as the Mariners win it 3-2 and send this series back to Detroit tied at 1. And now it becomes a best of 3. For the Mariners, 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 6 on base. The Tigers, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 7 on base. Brash gets the win. Finnegan with the loss. Munoz gets the save. So a sold-out crowd at T-Mobile Park in Seattle sees the Mariners pull even in this series with a hard-fought 3-2 win over the Tigers. Again, I'm going to sign off pretty quick here, folks. I just want to remind you, tomorrow I will be back on with another live stream on my YouTube and Twitch pages. Game 2 of the Cubs and Brewers NLDS. Back with you tomorrow night for that one. Again, my name is John, Sportsman Ninja John on YouTube. If you like my content, would really appreciate a like and subscribe. That would really help out a lot. Also on Twitch at Sport Guru John. And again, I will be back with you on those two platforms tomorrow night for Cubs Brewers live stream game number 2. Appreciate you joining me, everyone.